father.
Hiya, Steve. I was looking for you because I want to make sure you knew I was on the bus and on time because I know it's big trouble. We'll see you later. Give Janet a kiss.
I know this name of the center is Do Not Fear. Do Not Fear. Maybe you remember that when it had place inauguration of John Paul II, one of his Jesus. You know? So the name of the sanctuary was taken from his own words, and so it is called Do Not Fear. And the idea to create, to establish. Tak, teraz tu w lewo.
Później w prawo tam na tym.
Potem tam wiesz,
Na dużym roń.
potem na tym, to tam wiesz, za rondem, tak, w prawo. No nie, za rondem.
A, za rondem.
Za rondem, tak.
Pod tunel.
Jak...
Images of the St. John Paul II Center entitled Do Not Be Afraid from his own words. We're now in the main sanctuary here at the St. John Paul II Center. As you can see everywhere there's pictures of him, but here is a vial of his blood as a relic. Next, we went into the original stone on John Paul II's grave in Rome before he was moved up to the main church. This was the first tombstone over his body, and here's Al Cresta venerating the blood. You can see here the cassock that John Paul II was wearing the day he was shot. And look at the blood from the bullet, but he survived.
Happy anniversary, happy Virginia. Happy anniversary to you.
37 years. We stopped in here at the main chapel to venerate a bone, a relic of Saint Faustina of the Divine Mercy.
Share a little bit with you about the message of Divine Mercy this morning. How many of you are here for the first time, just as a matter of curiosity? Oh wow, yeah, wonderful. That's great. As you see here to my right, this is the image of the merciful Jesus. And this is how Jesus appeared to Sister Faustina. And he asked that this image be painted and be venerated first in her convent chapel and then throughout the whole world. Sister Faustina, she died when she was only 33 years old, and she spent her novitiate here in Krakow, and this is also the place where she died. And during her short life, it was very deep, very rich, extraordinary relationship with Jesus.
arriving for Mass at the Chapel of the Sisters. This is the official chapel, which has the ossuary, or the bones, of Sister Saint Faustina. And this window right here shows the room where she died, in the infirmary. In the front of the church on the left-hand side is the ossuary of Sister Faustina, the box that contains her bones.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. The Lord be with you.
Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. John.
Divine mercy, gushing forth from the bosom of the Father. Divine mercy, greatest attribute of God. Divine mercy, incomprehensible mystery. Divine mercy, fountain gushing forth from the mystery of the most blessed Trinity. Divine mercy, unfathomed by any intellect, human or angelic. Divine mercy, from which wells forth all life and happiness. Divine mercy, better than the heavens. Divine mercy, source of miracles and wonders.
After Mass, we went to the convent and we were able to see a sample of the cell that she had lived in, and also how she had opened the door. That was one of her jobs, to be the gatekeeper. And here we are. This is the convent of the sisters. This is where Faustina lived. And this is a model of her, what her cell would have been like. Not, her cell was further in the convent, but this is what her cell was like. And very simple. Her rosaries, crucifix. We're taking the elevator from the ground level up to the top of the observation tower here, looking out over the Divine Mercy campus. There's where we just had Mass, right there. There's the whole complex of the Divine Mercy and the convent. We had Mass right there, and that's where the relics were.
This is where our hotel is, very close to the whole old city of Krakow.
Steve Ray here, fearless leader of this group. This is the huge castle in Krakow, and here comes the group.
Exactly in 1795.
This was a seminary, but now it is the University of John Paul II.
After when you visit cathedral, you will see a tomb, reliquary with his name. And below, you see White Eagle. You know, White Eagle is our coat of arms. Polish coat of arms, White Eagle.
Well, everywhere in Poland you see this man Karol Wojtyła, who became Pope John Paul II. And why is he standing here? Because this is the Cathedral of Krakow. And this is where he was made into a bishop, ordained, consecrated a bishop, and where he celebrated his first Mass too as a priest. So we're going to take a look inside the cathedral here in Krakow. This is the altar in the crypt of the cathedral where John Paul, when he was Karol Wojtyła, celebrated his first Mass as a priest in 1946, first Mass. Babies everywhere, look at this. There's our group. 12th century St. Andrew's Church, next door to St. Peter and Paul Church. Square, the center of Krakow, and it is just lovely here. One of the most beautiful in the world. Restaurants and music, shops and churches. It's just magnificent. Gonna have some free time here now to explore and enjoy. Hello, King David. Nice to meet you here in Krakow with your harp. You couldn't build it today. The government zoning laws wouldn't allow it. And Catholic churches today have to look like Protestant churches. It was a great day of touring Krakow, but it was a little bit warm, so we kept the tour shorter than normal. And this was a road back to our hotel. Here's the Holiday Inn, and we had the rest of the afternoon free and evening. So some people went out to dinner together, some went to a Chopin concert, and it was a great day overall. See you tomorrow.